We are now in week 3 of the search for Nancy Guthrie as her daughter Savannah releases a new video on Instagram. Watch.
I wanted to come on, and it's been 2 weeks since our mom was taken, and I just wanted to come on and say that we still have hope, and we still believe. And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing. And we are here. And we believe. And we believe in the essential goodness of every human being. And it's never too late.
All right, here's what we know. At least one glove was sent for DNA testing after being found about 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. It arrived at a private lab in Florida on Friday, and the preliminary results show a DNA profile of an unknown male. Official results will be submitted to the FBI DNA database, and the FBI now saying that the glove does appear to match the suspect's gloves in the footage from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera.
Former Assistant FBI Director Chris Swecker joins us now. Chris, thank you for joining us. What are your thoughts on this glove and how seriously we should take this as a potential break in the case?
Well, I mean, what we have to hope is it is, in fact, the glove worn by the suspect, and that we get a quick CODIS hit, meaning that it matches up with someone who is in the CODIS database. Now, that database contains arrestees, people who have been convicted of crimes, and samples from crime scenes or profiles from crime scenes. So that could be game, set, match if that is, in fact, the glove, because it is certain, if it's the glove, that the suspect's DNA profile will be on the inside. Then the question is, will Nancy's DNA be on the outside? And that could be very likely.
So, Chris, once there is a confirmed match, assuming that in this case there will be, can they just arrest the person immediately with just that DNA match? Is that enough probable cause to say you're under arrest?
It might be. For probable cause purposes, they'll do everything they can to corroborate that with cell phone analysis, video analysis from the camera video, the video on the doorbell, which has a lot of data points with it, and all the other data that they have. So I think there's a lot of room to corroborate what they have, the height, the weight, that type of thing. If you assume that this person is in the CODIS database, there'll be a photo as well and fingerprints.
Well, there has been, Chris, as you know, a lot of speculation surrounding why law enforcement continues to go back to Annie Guthrie's home. And now ABC News is reporting this. Sources say investigators are leaning away from any relatives of Nancy Guthrie as suspects. The sources also said investigators are leaning away from both the man who was stopped in a car in Rio Rico last week and the man whose home was searched Friday night. However, as Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos told ABC News on Friday, nobody is fully cleared until the kidnapper is in custody. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he has to say that. An investigation like this is partly process of elimination. You eliminate all these different possibilities, the family, the suspect, the various suspects that have been detained in the searches and that sort of thing. And I would say from the searches that were done, that some of that DNA probably hasn't come in yet, or not all of the profiles have been completed. So that that I would take literally, that those suspects have not been eliminated. I truly believe the family have been eliminated. They've been in the picture since day one. Mm-hmm. So there's been plenty of time to compare their DNA profiles.
So at this point, the Pima County Sheriff is shutting down a local report that investigators think this was a botched burglary. Your reaction to that, Chris?
I think that's way premature. Sometimes that sheriff misspeaks and then he has to walk it back. I think that's another example of that. Unless, I mean, that only leaves one or two other possibilities, and that is, the family or a kidnapping for ransom. And I think both of those he's sort of shut off, or he's foreclosed those avenues. So, I mean, I just the sheriff sometimes is just hard to fathom.
Yeah, and Chris, we just heard from Savannah Guthrie speaking directly to the kidnapper, saying it's never too late to do the right thing. And it's just heartbreaking to see somebody who is just trying to do everything that she can to get her mom back to her safely. I know this is a really specific case, but have you ever seen anything like this before where, somebody makes an emotional plea directly to somebody who's done something wrong and it has worked?
We saw it in the Susan Smith case here in South Carolina when she was pleading for kidnappers to return her daughters, but she was the person that actually drove them into the river. That's the only other case I can remember where you had that direct plea to the kidnappers, except in movies. It's very rare. You don't see that in real life too often. It's very dramatic. I saw it live that day, and it was just heartbreaking.
Yeah, the difference between those two cases, obviously, Chris, is that was the mother. And as sick and twisted as that mother was, she still did bear those children. This is obviously not the situation we're facing in the Nancy Guthrie case. So, fingers crossed. But I think the optimism is, it's tough to be optimistic here. Chris Swecker, thank you, sir. Former Assistant FBI Director.
Thank you, Chris.
It.
Yeah, week 3, hopefully we pray we do not enter week 4.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.